right, ladies and gentlemen, good morning, and welcome back. Welcome back to the trading room. Thank you for your patience. All right, we started 8 minutes after 9:30. All right. Thank you for your patience. Welcome back. Good morning, guys. This is TD Markets Academy, TD Markets Exchange. This is the trading room. I hope that you guys had a good evening last night. You are having a good morning so far. Yeah, it is not pretty, but it is cold where I am here. Joburg this morning, it is cold. I saw the weather forecasting that, or the weather service forecasting that we may be getting some snow next week. I don't know if you guys saw that. If you're in South Africa, I don't know if you guys saw the weather forecast. Weather services are forecasting that we're gonna be getting some snow next week, right? I don't know if it's gonna be in Gauteng but yeah, hey, it's cold this morning. It's very cold. All right, so let's get right into it, guys. It is a Thursday, 9:30 session. Let me just have a look at the chat there. I think everyone is here. Jules, Transfer, Tado, Robert, Kele, Young Sunny. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Let's get right into it. Let's get right into it. Let us get right into it. All right, Peter, I can see you also. Sakile, I can see you also. Good morning, guys. Dixon, I can see you as well. Good morning, guys. Let's get right into it. Just like we always start, tdmarkets.com. That is our website. If you want to sign up and start your trading journey with us, go through our accounts. We've got different types of accounts for you. All right, so that is tdmarkets.com. We've got different types of accounts. We've got the mini, the standard, the micro account. So tdmarkets.com. all right, we also have the academy, TD Markets Academy. If you guys want to learn how to read the charts, how to trade, and learning how it's done, we do have some education. All right, Ash is doing the education this week, so you will definitely see him in the sessions. All right, so TD Markets Academy, and then also the TD Markets Exchange. All right, so let's get right into it. I just want to open up the calendar. It's a Thursday today. Remember what you spoke about on Monday, the Jackson Hole Symposium. I'm actually excited. Let me not lie. I'm looking forward to it. I'm not that excited, but I'm looking forward to it. You know, world leaders coming together, discussing various topics and issues. You get to get like coverage of that, even if it might not move the markets immediately, but you're gonna have an understanding of what could happen later on. All right, so Jackson Hole Symposium, it starts today. It is the day one of that economic forum. Tomorrow we are waiting for that Fed keynote speech, for that Fed chair keynote speech. That's what we're waiting for. All right, so you can catch the coverage on Bloomberg, on YouTube, and other news channels on YouTube. You can get that coverage from there, right? But I'm looking forward to it. I watch this every year. I never miss it. I watch it every year, all right? And in the long run, this is just gonna help you and expand your knowledge on how to look at fundamentals, how to do your fundamentals. So that's very important, yeah? Great stuff. So let's see what has happened. The markets are moving, guys. Gold is moving. My goodness. Gold and silver are moving. My word. Do you have this kind of sessions in the evening? Because I don't receive the notification. Yeah. Definitely. The trading room. There's a trading room at 6 p.m. as well. So there's one at 6 p.m. as well. So it is 9:30, 12, 3, and then 6 p.m. I don't know why you don't receive the notification, but at 6 p.m. just go to our channel, and then you'll see the live session going on there. But yeah, we do have them, yeah. All right. So let me switch to the charts. The markets are moving, guys. Look, things are moving. I think by now you guys know how I do things, right? We start off by on Mondays we start off by preparing for the markets, doing analysis, preparing for the market. So most of the times on Mondays, if I'm doing the trading week on Mondays, most of the times we don't find a trade because we are preparing. We are using that day to prepare for the week ahead, and then trades are coming, right? I think you guys are now familiar with how I do things. And remember, everything that's discussed in this session should not be construed as advice. All right. So we've been looking at or paying close attention to gold, paying close attention to silver, and pinpoint. Look what has happened, guys. Pinpoint. All right. So gold came back down, broke that low, and then you see what happened around the zone below the previous low. We are getting this reaction now. Let me remove this, right? We are getting this reaction now, right? And the analysis was that as soon as the market breaks that low, we're gonna start to look for buy opportunities. So the sells we looked at previously, they are complete. So now we're looking for buy opportunities. All right. So let's start with gold and silver. Let's start the day with gold and silver. So I'm just gonna remove this. Let's redo the analysis. Let's see what is happening, where the market is, and what we can expect. Right. So remember, on the daily, weekly time frame, right? Remember where the market is on the daily and the weekly time frame. It is, let me remove this. There we go. Right. Remember where the market is. The market obviously, went up aggressively, and then it broke the structure. We can see also it broke this previous structure as well, and then continued up after the correction. So now it broke this one, and then now we are getting a bit of a swing towards the downside. All right. So when we chatted, we said that any rejection around the zone, any rejection of this, we are looking for short-term sells, right? And then from there, we're gonna look for buys, right? Which could potentially be long-term, There was the whole idea since Monday, right? If you take a look at the daily, we're getting a bit of a push, not a bit of a push, but we're seeing the market did go down. Look at how the 4-hour is. So now this, guys, right? Remember, this is still your impulse. This move here is still your impulse. Now the market is trading inside the impulse. Right now the market is trading inside the impulse. So it has not created a lower low according to the structure, right? On the daily, right? This swing highs and swing lows, higher highs and higher lows, the market has not broken out of it. So you would take this as a correction. You wouldn't take this as the reversal of the trend, not as yet, because we don't have a lower low of this bigger swing structure. So you would take this as a correction similar to this, right? Which means your outlook would be the market is correcting, looking for a higher low. That's what you would anticipate. And then from there, that anticipation would help you prepare for a trade towards the upside, right? So this is if you are looking at the daily uptrending structure, right? The daily time frame uptrending structure, which is this one here. But now, if you are trading the lower time frames, you are looking at the 1 hour, you are looking at the 4-hour, the 1 hour. Maybe you get your direction from the 1 hour. You go down to the 5 minutes, and then you get your trades. For you, this would be your trend for you. If you are someone who trades the much lower, the minute time frames, this would be your trend. So your focus would be selling this trend for as long as it continues. But so let's say for instance, right? Let's say for instance, it continues going down and giving us the structure it's creating right now. So like this, right? You're looking for sells, you're getting your sells. It continues to do this. At some point, what's going to happen is at some point, this trend is going to break out of the downtrending structure. This structure here is going to break out of it and start to create higher lows and higher highs, right? And now, which means that, remember, on the daily time frame, this is just a correction on the daily time frame, right? But on the lower time frames is a trend, right? So which means once the daily correction, the daily time frame correction completes, you who are looking at this on the much lower time frame, you would see now this trend changing direction, right? Price breaking out of the structure and then moving towards the upside. That is what you're gonna see. So this is what will you would stop to look for sells. You would stop to look for sells and start to look for buys, because to you the trend is changing. But for me, looking at this on the daily time frame and the 4 hour, this would be a complete correction, and then we're starting to do this. So I would then wait for buys, right? I would wait for buys. So the minute time frame trader would continue selling this trend until it changes direction. And then you would start to look for buys because the trend has changed. So for me, who's looking at this on a much higher time frame, I wouldn't necessarily sell unless I get a good short-term sell. But my focus would be to look for buys, to wait for buys. That would be my focus. All right. So that was the outlook, to short-term sell this while you're looking for buys. So let's go back. Now let's see what's happening. This is the daily candle. Look at yesterday's daily candle. This is yesterday's daily candle. All right. So now this is today's daily candle. Now this daily candle is giving us signs that price may continue going down, provided that it closes with this spike, provided that it doesn't take out the spike, right? So you see, right now it's what, 9:50, still the morning, right? In the morning. So this spike suggests that we may still anticipate price to continue pushing down short term. Maybe come back to the structure, maybe tap the structure, tap the structure one more time, right? Possibly tap the structure one more time, as long as it doesn't take out this lower high there. Now this lower high on the 1 hour, it's this one. As long as the market doesn't take out this lower high. All right. So this is what we're seeing right now. So it seems like there could still be some short-term movements to the downside on gold until this completes. All right. So I would anticipate price to maybe come back and tap the structure, as long as it continues that downward structure that we saw on the 1 hour time frame. All right. So this is what gold is looking. Oh, this is how it's looking. All right. It's headed back to these lows now. So at this point, I don't see anything significant or anything solid. Because it's already back to these lows. Whoa, it's already back to these lows. All right. So I think give it a bit of time. So for me personally, right, looking for this towards the upside, right? I'm just looking for this. So I'm just gonna wait for this correction to complete up until I get those buys. You look at silver as well. So how I just explained gold would be the same on silver, right? So silver is still trading within this correction. Once this correction is done, then I'm just looking for this. Whoa. Hey, my mouse is acting up now. Yeah. Whoa. Hey, you guys, my mouse is acting up. I think it needs me to charge it. All right, I think we can continue. Yeah, my mouse needs me to charge it. Anyway, yeah, so on silver, I'm waiting for this. Just like it. So guys, just give me 1 second, right? Let me look for the charger for this mouse. It's now acting up. Just give me 1 second. Just like it. All right, we are back. There we go. Yeah, great stuff. So yeah, so silver now looking for this. I'm not interested in sells anymore. Just looking for upside on silver, right? So this is how gold and silver is looking, guys. Simple one. We need to wait for these setups to develop, but just a simple one, yeah. Let's see, there's a question here. A quick question on I was expecting price to repeat the April pattern by rejecting upper resistance and dropping to test. What was the April pattern? I don't know, but let's go. Let's see. USD Swiss. All right, let me look at your question. So the upper resistance 80.50 there, 80.50, okay. And then to drop to test the support 71. Oh wait, it's 79.60 around here, okay. But price never went down to, it just broke straight through and continued upside. Does this. So remember when we spoke about USD Swiss, I told you that the dollar is strong. The dollar is strong, right? So there was on Monday when we did the analysis on Monday, the theme for this week was a stronger dollar because of the DXY. So maybe let me just start with the DXY, and this is the reason why USD Swiss is not dropping, because the dollar is strong, right? There was the theme heading into this week. So let me show you the DXY before we come back to USD Swiss, yeah. Right, so this is the DXY. So with the DXY, we said, the DXY is looking bullish, which means the dollar is strong. And with the DXY, we're anticipating at least price to continue pushing up. to around these zones, 99, 99, or rather, let me make it very simple. Let me remove this, right? Let me do this. Anticipating price to go back and test the previous structure. You see this previous structure, which I'm just going to update these levels again, which is between 99.2 to 99.3. So yeah, so DXY to continue going up. Why did I anticipate this since Monday? Because of where price is coming from, right? Look at where price is coming from. So we're still in a bigger bullish structure, and now obviously price, after that higher high was formed, it came back down. So looking at where it came back down to, right? It came back down to these lows again. It broke that low, broke that low, broke that low, and came back down to these lows again. So the outlook here was that, and also looking at these candlesticks, there was definitely some pressure the weeks of these candlesticks. So taking all of this information, the idea and the outlook was that we expecting the dollar to be a little bit strong this week, right? But we're not anticipating it to be long-term, or strong long-term as yet, but at least any move towards the upside to go back to 99.2 or 99.3. Now, which means USD Swiss is likely going to go up as well because the dollar is strong, right? So when we spoke about USD Swiss, I never mentioned a short on USD Swiss, but a long because of the stronger dollar, all right? But I do understand your question. So the question was, the levels that you spoke about, do I think that it, number one, does it invalidate the sell pattern, and do I still expect a drop later? Well, the drop is possible. The drop is possible, but once the dollar weakens, right? When will the dollar weaken? At this point, it seems like the dollar could continue strengthening for the whole week. Today's a Thursday, right? Yeah, it's a Thursday today. So possibly next week, maybe. Possibly next week. But with the Swiss, with the dollar Swiss, we've got that 0.80 and then that's 0.811, right? So the outlook was that we're gonna go back to 0.80, right? If it breaks that, we're gonna go back to the supply zone. This is the supply zone. So I don't see USD Swiss dropping this week, right? This week I don't see it dropping this week. So I would not sell USD Swiss. You see that? If it gives us a lower high there, right, and gives us and shows us a rejection, a reversal, that is when now we're gonna look at that view of maybe it coming back down one more time, right? But with the current structure, you see, this is the structure I took all this information from. This is a bullish structure at the moment, right? So you see what happened previously. The market created a higher low here, went up. So we've got a higher high, anticipating a higher low, so we're going up, right? So according to the structure and the structure we see on the DXY, there's a possibility it could do this, right? It could do this. So if I was you, I would focus on buy opportunities at the moment. I wouldn't look for sell opportunities as yet. I would focus on buy opportunities for the fact that this structure still bullish, right? But within the structure, is it possible for price to still come back down one more time? Yeah, the possibilities are there for price to still do this and then do this later on. It's there. But with what we see right now, price is bullish. USD Swiss is bullish. You see that. So I wouldn't focus on any sells at the moment. I would just focus on buys, and let's see what the market will do once it gets inside this zone. Because you still have your resistance here, right? You still have this resistance. So we could maybe tap that resistance and come back down one more time, right? Or what I can say is any move towards the downside, I would expect it from around these zones. I would expect it from around these zones, not anywhere else, from just, around these zones. So yeah, so with what we see right now, price is still bullish. Still bullish, yeah. I hope that answers the question, that clarifies everything here. I'm carrying a buy on USD Swiss up to 0.808 up to the zone. Yeah, it's almost there. It's almost there. You see, I missed the trade. Well, USD Swiss was not in my watch list, but I remember we spoke about USD Swiss correcting and then going up, going up from these areas. So it gave us one more push down, right, to come back and retest these areas before going up. But this is the move we were focusing on. So 0.80846 is almost there. Right? So just manage your trade now. Just manage your trade, right? Yeah, so Sakile, I hope this gives you clarity. That's why, in the same breath, that's why when we looked at Euro USD, we were focusing on a short on Euro USD, a short on GBP USD. Let me open up. Here's GBP USD. That's why this week, we said that short is coming on GBP USD and Euro USD. There. And Euro USD, right? So Euro USD didn't go all the way up there. It just dropped here, but there was the outlook. So the dollar is strong at the moment, but right now, I would say short-term strong, unless it proves me otherwise. Unless it proves me wrong, but I would look at this as short-term strength. All right. Great stuff. Yeah, so let's go over the watch list. The yen pairs, yen pairs, USD JPY. Keep an eye on it. All right, nothing has changed. Still looking for longs. So the yen pairs are the same. Now look at what GBP USD is doing. It came back down straight to the zone. Pinpoint analysis. Right? So for me, anywhere around this area, as long as it broke the previous low, as long as it broke this previous low here, anywhere around this area, I'm looking for my buys. Anywhere here, right? Obviously, I would wait for price to reject to confirm a new structure towards the upside. Like for instance, this range here. So I can see price aggressively went up. It's ranging. So maybe it could be, forming a new structure towards the upside. So I would wait for the lower time frame structure to shift first before I look for my longs. Yeah. But the daily candlestick is also important to me. So I would want the daily candlestick to close rejecting this area. That's what I would want. That would be my ideal setup, right? Then I know if it closes like this, it doesn't matter what happens with the next candlesticks. As long as there's a rejection here, there's pressure from the buyers. My focus would then be to look for longs. All right. So this one is doing exactly what we said it would do. Come back down here to see what's going to happen here. Now it might do this again. It might just go down one more time, and then give us this, right? It might give us divergence here. We might be getting divergence down there. So if divergence forms, then it's good. All right. So keeping a close eye on that. USD JPY has been slow. You see that? It has been slow. But the structure is bullish though. It has been slow. Look at that. Whew, it has just been slow. So yeah, so nothing has changed on this one, right? Even if it retraces again one more time, nothing changes. We are still looking for this. All right, nothing changes. And then remember CAT JPY, that one you must not even, this has to be in your watch list. CAT JPY has to be in your watch list each and every week for this. right? You could still get short-term sells, but the swing you would not want to miss is this one. That's what you wouldn't want to miss. So yeah, so someone asked me about the which opportunities would potentially give us like the sort of like the long-term swings, you know, and I said KJPY is one of them, and NZD JPY is one of them, right? So at the moment they are both correcting, they are both giving us a correction, right? It's gonna complete very soon. These corrections are gonna complete very soon, right? So this is the swing you do not want to miss. NZD JPY as well. This is the swing you would not want to miss. There we go. Amongst your gold, your silver, that's not what you'd want to miss. Swiss yen has already gone up. Oh, well, not yet. So Swiss yen also, we're looking for this. Now you see how it's breaking that low now. It's about to complete this now. It's about to complete this. It's about to complete this. So yeah, so as long as it's below that low, anywhere around here, I'll be looking for my buy opportunities. There's a possibility that it could try and tap this demand zone. There's a demand zone here. It could try to tap that demand zone before it does this, right? Maybe it might just be a sharp move down and up. We'll see. So I'm also noticing this demand zone. Keep an eye on it. Price might try to tap it before it goes up, or this correction might get bigger to a point where it comes back down to this area first before it goes up. So I'm keeping an eye on that area. Either price is gonna complete this flag and then go up, or it's gonna tap this and then go up. That is USD Swiss JPY. So in terms of the yen pairs, still the same, just that the move is delayed. Yeah. The market is correcting at the moment. We just have to wait, but the direction is there. Yeah. Euro USD. Yeah. Euro USD not really in my watch list, but we can see it's also retracing, giving us a move down here, right? This one is not really part of my watch list, but we spoke about it. So let's see what has happened. Obviously, we are rejecting this now. We are rejecting this zone. We can see that on the daily time frame, we have this demand zone as well on the daily time frame. So we could be headed back down to this demand zone on the daily time frame. Yeah. So yeah, I'll see if I get a good opportunity maybe to sell it down to the demand zone. Right, I'll see, but it's not really part of my watch list for this week. We also spoke about GBP USD. It wasn't really part of my watch list as well, but we spoke about one more push down. Right, this also has this demand zone. This demand zone right there. All right. Please check Euro NZD. Let's see. Euro NZD. Let's see what's happening. Here. Yeah, Euro NZD hasn't changed. It's still the same. Yeah. So what's happening here is we are getting a correction now. Let me go back to the daily. All right, let's go back to the daily. Let's remove this. Yeah. So Euro NZD still needs one more push down to complete this, right? So what it's doing here, it's correcting. So now looking at this correction here, right? I'm going to show you what you can anticipate from price, but also at the same time, waiting for this move, right? So this move to the downside, depending on how this correction is going to form, it might delay this move, right? So this is how it's looking. So now this high here, right? As far as this correction is concerned, this high could, for price to complete this correction, it could head back to this high and then go down again, right? Why am I pointing out that high? Because I've got a pattern in my mind that is one of the possibilities, right? Which is this. We spoke about this pattern, right, earlier on this week, which is this flag pattern here, this flag pattern. All right. So if the market is creating this pattern, then according to the movements of this pattern, we're going to get one more move up to go and break that high, complete, and resume trading down. Resume trading down, right? So what does this mean? It means while you're waiting for that drop there, right? This could be a trading opportunity, a short-term trading opportunity. Price breaks that high, and then anywhere above that high, we are likely going to see price rejecting and completing the correction and going back down one more time. You see that? So if it does this pattern, because at the same time, you know what happens with these patterns. There is also a contracting pattern, right? A contracting pattern is a pattern like this. You guys know it as a triangle, a contracting pattern, where the contracting pattern would still do the same thing, give us one more push up before it goes down. But with the contracting, it will not break this top. It won't break this top, right? So that rejection will be below that top. So it's either we're gonna form this pattern, or we're gonna get your regular flat pattern, which is like this. So now it's up to you whether you wanna short term trade the upside move while you're waiting for price to continue trading down, or you want to trade both moves, or you want to wait. It's entirely up to you, right? So we could be getting a contracting pattern, or a regular pattern, regular flag pattern. I mean regular flat pattern. You see that? But this move is coming. This move is coming, all right? So now we understand the picture. Now we understand the picture. Let me see. Let me remove. All right. So let's see what price is doing here. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, I see a buy coming. I definitely see a buy coming. Okay. Yeah. So Euro NZD is changing or shifting the structure, right? Shifting the structure. So this is a correction. So what you see here is just a correction, right? And with the correction, because it has already created these lows here, right? It could, right now it's going up, so it could continue to go up, right? Because these two lows complete the pattern. But at at the same time, it can still come back to create one more low, come back down one more time, and then still do this, right? That's the thing with these patterns. So you might then see a familiar pattern like this one here. If it comes back down for that low, right? This pattern is going to be familiar to you. It could do that. But now remember, it can also go up from where it is because it has already created that low there. So it's either we're going to get these two lows, price will go up, or we're going to get another low, which is the third low, and price will then go up. But what's happening here is just a correction. It's just a correction. So yeah, so with this buy, I'm looking at the zone here, right? I'm looking at this zone. I'm looking at this zone, which could be one of the targets. Excuse me, one of the targets. My goodness. One of the targets. And then obviously if it breaks, this is another target right there. If it breaks. Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep a... We'll see. I'll just keep an eye on it today to see if there's anything here for me. Yeah, I'll definitely keep an eye to see if there's anything for me here. All right. Please check USD CAD. Let's see. Yeah, USD CAD. It's still, it's still going up as well. Still going. Yeah, this would have also been a short-term buy. Short-term buy. So this one is still going up because of the weakness or the strength of the dollar, right? That move you were talking about the last time might not happen because the dollar is strong. We could see USD CAD going up. All right, it is going up now. Yeah, the strength of the dollar, we might not see this coming back down, right? It could give us a small correction before we go up. But what I'm trying to say is the bullish structure here on the 4 hour, 1 hour, it's starting to form. It's starting to form, right? We have a higher low. We've got a higher high. Could possibly get another higher low here, right? So yeah, so the dollar is strong at the moment. USD CAD pushing up. Oil prices is pushing down. The CAD is weakening because the oil prices are pushing down. So this is pointing to the upside. This is pointing towards the upside. All right. Yeah, I don't think this week it's a good week to short the dollar this week. Yeah. It's not a good week to short the dollar. All right. It's not a good week to short the dollar. So yeah, so USD CAD, this one is pushing up, potentially back to these highs. Potentially back to these highs. There. Potentially back to those highs. All right. NASDAQ. NAS 100. NAS 100. Right. NASDAQ should be pushing up, guys. NASDAQ should be pushing up the way we spoke. Yeah, there we go. Definitely. We spoke about NASDAQ pushing up. Pinpoint. We spoke about NASDAQ pushing up, right? Up to where? Up to these areas. up to these areas, at least short term up to those areas. All right, so it is going up now. Obviously, when this move happened here, I missed this move. I missed the buy on this move. So yeah, so there's a continuation happening now. Nasdaq is headed back towards to the structure, to that structure. So this break happened last night around 10. Yeah, hey, this break could have been a nice buy. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, this is bullish. Continue towards the upside. All right. Great stuff. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is how things are looking. The gold, the silver have moved, but we know what we're looking for on gold and silver. The yen pairs, we know what we're looking for. We're ready. It doesn't matter how long they're gonna take to form that setup, but we are ready. All right. So yeah, so this is how things are looking. We are going to end it here for this morning, and I'll catch you guys later on. Yeah, so this is the analysis. Let's wait for these movements, and I will catch you guys later on. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you're joining us for the first time, please subscribe to the channel, and yeah, we'll do this again at 12. Have a good one, everyone. Enjoy your morning, stay warm, and I'll check you guys at 12. Cheers.